So guys, ano ba yung context of organization? Ito yung pangalawang clause dito sa ating manual. So number 1 is magbigay tayo ng kung ano yung context ng ating organization. Ano yung nilalaman ng ating organization katulad ng industrial sector, kung ano yung sector natin, katulad construction, manufacturing, food industry, healthcare, yun po yung ilalagay natin. Tapos, dito sa context organization, ilalagay natin yung brief description ng industry natin. Ano yung mga challenges natin, ano yung mga regulatory environment, at saka yung mga services natin na linalagay. So, meron tayong dalawang factors dito na nagkakaroon o nag-i-influensya sa ating context of organization. Number 1 is internal factors. Pangalawa, yung external factors. So, kung tayo po ay gagawa ng manual, i-consider natin itong internal at saka external. Ano ba yung internal factors? Ito po yung organizational structure, okay, and governance. Roles and responsibility and accountabilities, workforce composition and capabilities, existing health and safety environment policies and procedures, operational processes and technologies used. Yan po yung mga internal factors na pwede nating ilagay doon sa ating context of organization. Ano pa yung pangalawang factors? Ito po yung external. So, para mabuo yung ating context of organization sa manual, kailangan natin i-consider yung legal and regulation requirements, economic and market conditions, technological advancement, social and cultural influences, environmental condition, and sustainability challenges, stakeholder expectation and demands. Yan po. Understanding these factors help identifying the risks and opportunities that could impact the achievement of the intended outcomes of our integrated management system. Yun po yung importante doon. Hello guys, so naintindihan natin yung understanding the needs and expectation of workers, stakeholders, and interested parties. Punta naman tayo sa determining the scope of integrated management system. Ano po to? Ang ibig mong sabihin nito is the scope of integrated management system ng ganitong kumpanya is encompasses all activities, products, and services under the organizational control that can impact the health and safety of workers and environment. Isa sa mga scope na dapat natin include is yung all organizational units, department, function, all operational site, facilities and location, and all employees, contractors, and visitors. The scope is defined based on the following consideration: yung nature and complexity of operation, geographical extent of operation, the range of activities, products, and services, the impact of operation on the health and safety of environment, legal and regulatory and other compliance obligation. It is clearly defined the scope. Okay? Kung kanyang kumpanya, kailangan nyo ilagay yung nature ng inyong operation, yung geographical extent ng operation, kung saan siya nakabase, kung saan siya nakalugar. Yun po yung mga iti-take consideration nyo pag kayo po ay nagdetermine ng scope organization. Siyempre po, ilalagay nyo rin po doon yung mga legal and regulatory and other compliance obligation. Ano po yung dapat nyong sundin na batas patungkol sa inyong health and safety at environment. Okay? Related po sa inyong operation, of course. Okay guys? Kung meron po kayong doubt, pwede po kayong mag-message sa akin at ako po yung malugod na ipapaliwanag po sa inyo yung ano yung mga tinalakay natin ngayon. Maraming salamat guys and have a safe day.